Question 2. How does your media product represent a particular social group? My magazine is representing a very hard-hitting rock genre of music, which would instantly attract a hardcore fan base. This would appeal to teenagers, girls and boys between the ages of 14 and 24. The music they like will reflect through my magazine, as I have chosen to dedicate this to the rock genre, which then also follows up in different subgenres included. In my magazine, I've chosen to put main focus on a band which will appeal to my audience, taken into account of good consideration of how largely fan bases are represented by fangirls. I have used a young, male, attractive existing band which have only been around recently. They have not got much recognition. However, I feel that my target audience wants to hear about new music and new bands that are upcoming. By using this band, I have fulfilled their requirements by producing something which they would be interested in and excited to read about. I have chosen this band because they actually produce alternative rock music themselves, which gives my readers a new genre to rock to listen to and interact with. This is different as I want to excite them rather than give them another boring metal band which would be the same as what is featured in a weekly magazine of Kerrang! It is rare for one to feature the main story on an unheard band. However, I feel by doing this it will attract more readers and contribute to the success of my magazine, as I have seen from my questionnaires that this is what they want. The costume is something that would be picked up on automatically without even taking a second glance. It is crucial that the models will be dressed in a similar dress sense as my fan base. This is because a lot of my readers will want to relate as closely as possible as they can to their idols. Typically, most of existing bands already just wear basic clothing, which consist of a band t-shirt or clothing line, hoodie, skinny jeans, Vans, Converses, trainers, beanie, hat, with shortish styled hair. A lot also do have tattoos, dyed hair and piercings, which add to the stereotypical look of rock. My models have replicated this, as it is exactly what they have been wearing throughout my photo shoots. Luckily for me, the band which I've chosen are equipped with these clothes. They even have their own merch for fans. It also allows my fans to try and copy their style. If they were to wear a certain t-shirt to a show, a fan would buy it because they wore it. By body language and facial expressions, there are also another thing which is key to portray my genre of music to my audience. As rock is a hard edge and hard-hitting genre, and would be found with the connotations of smirk, grins, dark faces, angry and distressed, and all unhappy, will be used in the poses I get of my models. Already in the live double page spreads, I have got some spontaneous, bouncing and explosive expressions. However, this is how it works the best, as I came out with some wide mouth open shots that gave a sense of loud, hard-hitting music. My band will be looking a lot away from the camera at each other, pulling odd faces and strange faces to show their personality and how loud they are and confident. Many of the shots will be a direct camera one, where they are looking directly into the camera with a straight face and no expression, which shows they don't care. They are confident and have some attitude, with a slight hint of mystery, which will get my audience more gripped and finding more about this new band. I have portrayed them like this, as it can also relate back to the audience. As many rock lovers do not smile, a lot even show emotion. They keep to themselves and hang around with certain people, not very welcoming or let people into their territory. They feel like they are part of a family when together, however alone seems to be intimidating and unapproachable. I have used a lot of the stereotypical props within my magazine, and are typically portrayed in a rock genre, such as guitars, venues, large crowds, flashing lights, instruments, studios, stage and posters, walls on bedrooms. This is to set the mise en scene of my audience. that the certain codes and conventions are displayed in a way. These are typically found a lot in music magazines, especially with a genre as rock is all about live, loud music. And what's a better place to see it than going to an actual gig, where everyone can get and feel the atmosphere and being part of the crowd that loves the same music as you. By using this in pictures, I would have captured the atmosphere of a gig within a short article for my readers to look at and reveal their past experiences, as it would bring their memories of when they were at their last gig. The instruments of the guitars, drums, are also very stereotypical to be found with this music, as they are based heavily on loud noises. By showing my audience these have been used, I can further relate to them, be seen usually props that are familiar to them and make them feel welcome and connected